Namaste. Welcome to class. Find your comfortable seated position on your mat, keeping your back straight. So feel free to sit in Dandasana with your legs in front of you against a wall, or sit cross-legged, half lotus, full lotus, whatever feels good today. Just going to take a moment to bring our focus within and find ourselves here on our mat. So bringing your hands to rest face down or face up on your knees, just rolling your shoulders down and back, gently just tucking the chin slightly, lifting through the spine, and just bringing the eyes to a close. Taking a deep inhale through your nose, filling your lungs all the way down to your diaphragm, your belly, holding just for a moment before releasing again through your nose. A nice long exhale. Establish the rhythm of your breath. Allowing your mind to empty, your thoughts to disappear. Bringing the focus just to you, to your breath, to your body. Taking this time for yourself. On your next inhale, start to flutter and blink the eyes to open. We're just going to warm up the neck first before we move into our flow. So inhale, just lifting through the chest. As you exhale, without moving your torso, without moving your arms, without moving your shoulders, just start to take the head, the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Don't allow anything else to move, only your neck. You can keep your gaze straight ahead. Start to feel the stretch in the left-hand side of your neck. Feeling the tension, feeling the muscles begin to warm and hopefully release. Inhale, coming back to center. On your next exhale, taking your left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, not moving the shoulders, the arms, the torso, just allowing the neck to move, nothing else. Keeping the breath steady and rhythmic. Inhale, coming back to center. On the next exhale, we're taking the chin down towards the chest. Again, do not allow your back to round, do not allow anything else to move. Quite simply, just the cervical spine, this top section here. So sitting nice and straight, sitting nice and still. Inhale, exhale, just dropping the chin. Be very conscious of not allowing any other part of your back to move or round. Feeling the gentle stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, we're going to take our head back. We're going to look up. Again, don't allow anything to move. Inhale, exhale, gently going back. Don't go too far. Don't crush your neck, your spine. Just a gentle gaze towards the ceiling. And inhale, coming back to center. If you'd like to do so, now's a good time to take a rotation of the neck. This is completely optional. It might be something that you prefer not to do. If you prefer not to do this, just repeat what we've just done, taking the head to the right and the left and down and up. If you'd like to rotate, we're going to go round to the right. Do it very slowly and very consciously, feeling the whole movement, making a big wide circle, and again, not allowing any other part of you to move, just this one section. Coming back to center after your second rotation and going back the other way. You're likely to feel that one side of the neck is a lot tighter than the other. That's okay. Then coming to center, sitting nice and tall. And preparing to start our flow. We're going to start in tabletop today. So coming to your tabletop or all fours. Knees, hips width apart, feet the same. You can have your toes tucked or you can have them flat. You want your hands under your shoulders. Fingertips wide. Spider grip, knuckles lifting away. Fingertips gripping the mat, and remember, if your elbow crease is facing front, you actually want to rotate the arm, rotate the shoulder to tuck it and hide it away. Be conscious of this every time you're in this position. So in your tabletop, inhale, pushing the chest through and looking up ahead. Exhaling, grounding the spine up high, pushing with your hands into the mat, pushing the ground away from you. Chin to chest, head looking down. Inhale, coming forward, and this time raising your left leg back, flattening the foot, squaring off the hip as you lift through. Exhaling, taking the knee to the forehead, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Exhale, taking it back, flattening the foot, squaring off the hip, pushing the chest through, head looking up. This time as you exhale, taking the left leg out to the left-hand side and planting the foot. Looking up. Right toes either engaged or flat. Inhale, bringing your torso up, raising your arms to the sky, gaze upwards, lifting the chest, arms fully active and engaged, fingers stretching. As you exhale, we are going to take ourselves over to the left. You can have your palm face down and gently resting on the left leg, or palm up so you're not applying too much pressure, bringing the right arm over the ear, bringing the head down, taking the gaze up to the top arm, reaching. Inhale, coming back up to center, taking the right hand down to the right side, taking the left arm over the ear, taking the gaze up. Try and have your hands under your shoulder, making sure everything is stacked, bone on top of bone. Inhale, coming back up to the center, taking the arms down to the front, coming forward down onto the forearms, the elbows, gently taking the head down to the mat. Inhale, taking the left leg back and up. As you exhale, rounding through your spine, bringing the knee to your chest, forehead to your knee. Exhale, pushing it back and up again. Inhale, lifting the chest, coming back onto the hands. Checking the hands are under the shoulders, squaring the hip, and releasing the leg back down to the mat. Inhale, lifting the right leg back and up, flatten the foot, square the hip. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest, knee coming to forehead, arms active and engaged. Inhale, pushing it back. Exhale, taking the right leg out to the right hand side. Keeping the gaze ahead. On your next inhale, preparing to bring your torso up and raise your arms to the sky. Strong active legs, active arms, fingers engaged, gaze to the sky. Lifting through the chest. Exhale, taking the right arm down to the right, palm face up or down on the right leg. Either way, do not apply any pressure. Taking the left arm overhead, gaze up to the top arm active. Fingers reaching, every muscle engaged, stretching, stretching, stretching. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, taking the left hand down to the left hand side and bringing the right hand over the ear. Fingers stretching, unless you've hit a wall like me. Gaze up to the top arm. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, taking your arms, your torso forward, lifting the chest through, and lifting the right leg back and up, trying to keep that hip square, don't allow it to open. Exhale, coming down to the forearms, forehead to the mat, raising the leg a little higher. Inhale, bringing the head up, bringing the chest through. Exhale, bringing the leg down, checking your alignment, coming back to your nice secure tabletop. Inhale, pushing the chest through, raising the left leg back, gaze straight ahead, flatten the foot, squaring off the hip, not allowing it to come up too high. Exhale, take a round here, rounding your spine, bringing your knee to your chest, forehead to your knee. Inhale, taking it back. And exhale, taking the left leg out to the side again. Squaring off, making sure you're in a good position here. Inhale, raising the torso up, nice and strong. Left foot is flat to the ground. Right foot, toes active and engaged, or foot flat, the choice is yours. This time, as you exhale, you're going to take your right hand down to the mat, making sure the shoulder is in line with the wrist, with the elbow with the hand. You want to be in one line here, fingers nice and engaged. Raising your left arm up to the sky, this time not taking it overhead. Again, turning to look at your top fingers. Now you can raise your left leg up to the side, bend it, and reach round and grab it with your left hand. You might need to position your right hand slightly further away, and then pushing the foot into the hand. Gaze round to your back foot. Inhale, coming back, raising the left hand up. Take a breath here, and inhale, coming back to center. One additional option to play with here if you would like to, otherwise you can just take a side stretch over to the left. If you'd like to play, you can just place your left hand down, pick your left foot up with the right hand and bring it across. So you're twisting and take your gaze over the left shoulder. Okay, wherever you are, release. Taking the left leg back to the side, taking the hands down in front. Exhale, lowering the forehead, lowering the forearms, hips nice and high. Inhale, pushing up with your hands, taking the left leg back and up. Exhale, rounding, bringing that knee to the forehead. Inhale, take it back. And exhale, plant it down in your tabletop. So inhale, lifting the chest up and through, bringing the head forward. Lowering the abdomen down, hands grounded, pushing the ground away from you, shoulders active. Exhale, rounding, really driving the ground away. Inhale, raising the right leg back and up. Flattening the foot, squaring off the hip. Chest coming through, head looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, take it back. Make sure the hip is square. Exhale, take it out to the side again. And inhale, bringing your torso up. Your hands shouldn't be pushing you there. You should be doing this from your core, from your legs. Strong, stable position. So lifting nice and high, looking up. Fingers active, arms active. Taking your left hand down outside of your left knee, about a foot away. Fingers engaged and active. Raising the right hand up, shoulders in one line. Fingertips stretching, reaching, gaze to your thumb, your top thumb. Shoulders in one line. Hips in one line. Bringing your gaze back to the front. Lifting the right leg off the mat. Bending the knee. Grabbing the foot with your right hand and pushing your arm away from you with your foot. Take your gaze round to your foot. Exhale, releasing out to the side. And gently bringing it down, coming back to center on an inhale, lifting up nice and high. Okay, now the option to either take your gentle side bend here to the right, or you can play again. So bringing the right hand around a foot or so in front of your left knee, it is on a diagonal. Bringing your right foot through, taking it with your left hand, bringing it across, and then gaze over your right shoulder. Exhale, release it, out and back to the side, coming down onto your forearms, dropping your forehead, hips high, taking a breath here. Inhale, coming up, taking the right leg back, squaring off the foot, hips in line. Exhale, rounding, lifting through the spine, lifting the knee. Inhale, take it back, pushing the chest and head through, square the hip, flat the foot. And exhale, bring it down, coming to your tabletop. So we're going to move to a standing flow now. So this is a good point if you want to just take a moment and go grab some water, you can do so. And you may need blocks, depending on where you were at. Okay, we're going to come to our standing flow now. I do recommend practicing in heat. Currently, for myself, it's about 36 degrees and I'm practicing without AC. But it's entirely up to you and how you feel and how your body feels. So, coming to stand at the top of the mat, measuring the distance 1 foot from the top, feet together, legs engaged, tucking the tailbone under, thighs lifting the kneecaps up, torso nice and strong, feet firmly planted. Inhale, reaching the hands up, overhead, taking your gaze up to your palms. You can bring them together if you would like to. Exhale, untuck your tailbone, coming down, just come halfway and reaching forward, reaching your fingertips, bringing the weight on to your big toes. Exhale again, releasing all the way down, coming to your Uttanasana, your full forward fold. Pushing with your hands into the mat, hips coming up high, head coming down low. Inhale, coming to your flat back position. Make sure you look ahead on this so your chin is coming away from your chest. Your fingertips can be lightly touching the mat or just on your shins. Exhale, placing the hands down. We are going to step the left leg towards the back of the mat. Coming down to 90-90 position. Your low lunge, back toes engaged. Inhale, bringing the torso up, bringing the arms up. Dropping the shoulders away from the ear. Inhale, lifting the back knee if you are ready, keeping the hips nice and low, keeping the gaze ahead. Next exhale, we are going to bring our left hand down inside next to our right foot. You can drop the knee here if you would like to, or you can keep it raised. But keep the hips nice and low and reaching the right hand up to the sky, trying to get your shoulders in one line, looking at the top thumb. Exhale, taking both hands down to the mat and stepping your right foot back, hips distance apart, coming to our first high plank. You have the option to drop the knees here or keep them up and engaged. As you exhale, coming forward just a tiny bit, bringing the elbows in next to the rib cage, keeping the gaze ahead in front of you, sliding forward, coming to your upward facing dog, feet flat, knees lifting off the mat, arms strong, shoulders back, gaze ahead. Exhale, pushing back to our first downward facing dog. You might find that your distance is too far and you need to step your feet or your hands in. Make sure the hands are roughly shoulder distance apart. You can paddle your feet up and down here. You can move the hips from side to side. You can bend both knees, bringing them to the chest and dropping the head low. Choice is yours. All the time, hips high, hands strong, aiming to get the heels down, aiming to get the head down. Inhale, look between your palms, sweeping the left leg up, bending the knee, bringing it to your chest, coming up onto your right toes, and planting the left foot between the palms, dropping the back knee, checking that you're roughly 90-90. Inhale, bringing the hands up, gaze straight ahead. Find your stable position here. Inhale, raising the knee. Keeping the gaze ahead, keeping the hips low. Bring the arms out to the side this time. And then rotate, bringing the right hand down inside of the left foot. You can drop the knee here. And raising the left hand up, looking to the top fingers, keeping the hips low. Really feel yourself rotating and trying to keep them square, really raising through that left hand. Exhale, taking the palm to the mat, taking your gaze in front of you. Step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, coming to your flat back position, the gaze should be ahead, chin away from the chest. Exhale, palms flat. Coming to your full forward fold. It's okay if your knees are bent. And it's okay to use blocks either side of your feet for your hands if you want to keep your legs straight. Inhale, rounding all the way up to your standing position. Sweeping the arms up overhead. Option to join the palms, tuck the tailbone. Bringing the palms down to the heart and release. Okay, round two, we're going to do this something similar, but with variations. Inhale, sweeping the palms up overhead. Exhale, untuck the tailbone, coming forward, straight to your full forward fold. Head down, hips high. Inhale, fingertips flat back, chin away from chest. Exhale, stepping your right leg back, take it further than we've done the previous time because we are not coming to 90-90. Flatten the back foot down to the mat, take your gaze ahead, roll your shoulders down and back onto your fingertips, feeling a really good stretch in the hips here. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Feeling your balance, sinking the hips even lower. Taking the fingers, interlocking them behind your back. Inhale, lifting the chest, squeezing the scapula together. Exhale, keeping the hips low, walking the interlocked fingers back along your calf. All the time, driving the hips down, lifting the chest. You can take your gaze to the sky. Inhale, coming back to center, placing the hands down either side of your foot. Tucking the right toes. Pushing the knee up. Adjusting the right foot so you can bring it down. So you're almost in a downward facing dog, but with one leg in front of the other. So inhale, look up, push your chest through, head looking forward. As you exhale, plant your palms and round down, trying to keep your spine as straight as possible, your legs as straight as possible. Inhale, looking ahead. Bringing the right heel into the center of the mat so the back foot is at 45 degrees. Take your gaze ahead again and just start to bounce the front knee. And then inhale, hands to the side, sweeping them up, coming to your warrior one. Squaring the hips. If the hips aren't square, lift the back heel, come onto the toes. If the hips are square, keep it grounded, keep driving the hips down. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. Option to bring the palms together in prayer position or interlock the fingers and stick the index finger up. Take a gentle back bend here if you'd like to, taking the head and arms back. Inhale, gaze straight ahead. Bounce the knee. Straighten, twisting out to the side, turning your left foot in, turning your right foot in. Taking the hands to the hips, lifting the chest. Exhale, coming down halfway. Inhale, lifting again. Exhale. Just allow your head to come down towards the mat. Feel your hips driving up. Your weight coming to your big toes. Really pressing the outer edge of your feet down. Inhale, come up halfway. Take an exhale. Inhale, micro bend in the knees, coming all the way up to standing, bringing your arms out to the side again. Turning your left foot to point to the top of your mat. Keeping your back foot where it is, bounce the left knee. You may need to take a wider stance here, coming into your warrior two. Make sure that the arms are in one line, check. Hips in one line too, tucking the tailbone in, and take the gaze to the left middle finger. Holding here and breathing, keeping your position strong. Think about the hips being low, arms active, reaching in opposite directions. Bounce the knee slightly, coming back up, turning the right foot in onto the toes, windmill sweeping the arms down to either side of the left foot and stepping it back, coming to your high plank position, option to drop the knees. Coming forward just a teeny tiny bit. As you exhale, coming to your low plank, elbows tucked into the side. Inhale, sweeping forward, coming to your upward facing dog. Exhale, coming to your downward facing dog. Feeling the difference since the last one. Inhale, taking your gaze ahead. Sweeping your right leg up. bending the knee, coming up onto the left toes, knee tucked high to the chest, bringing the weight forward, 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 and bringing the right foot down between the palms, dropping the back knee and the back foot. Inhale, roll the shoulders down and back. Coming to your nice horse riding pose. Sweeping the arms up overhead when you're ready. Driving the hips down, lifting the sternum, opening the chest. Taking the hands round behind your back, interlocking the fingers. When you inhale, lift your chest, squeeze your scapula together. And exhale, keeping the hips low, walk the hands back. All the time driving the hips down and lifting the chest. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, just bring the palms down, tucking the back toe. Coming up, bringing the back heel to the center. Squaring the hips. Inhale, bending the front knee, bounce it a couple of times. Make yourself comfortable. And sweeping the hands up, coming to your warrior one. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. Remember, if hips aren't square, just lift the back heel. Hips nice and low. Strong position. Bounce the knees slightly, release the arms, bringing them out to the side. Turning the feet so that both toes are pointing slightly inwards and facing the front. I will just change my position. Arms to the side. Exhale, bringing them to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, coming down halfway. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the hands down, grab your big toes. Inhale and look up. Exhale, release it down to the mat. Try and get a bend in your elbows. You can either bend them out to the side or in towards your shins. Inhale, looking up halfway, releasing the hands to the hips. Exhale. Inhale, micro bend in the knee, coming up to standing. Release the arms out to the side and back to the hips. Flipping the right toes to the front of the mat. Back leg nice and strong, bringing the hips nice and square. Inhale, raising the arms out to the side, fingertips engaged, check the arms and shoulders are in one line. Bounce the right knee a couple of times and sink down into your warrior two. Tucking the tailbone under, gaze to the right middle finger. Bounce the knee, coming back up to standing. Raising the hands up, turning the back foot in. Windwheel the hands down either side of the right foot. And step your left foot through to meet the right. Inhale, fingertips flat back. Exhale, palms flat, forehead coming down. Hips going high. And inhale, coming all the way up. Palms to the sky, tuck the tailbone. And then palms to the heart. Release the hands, give it a little shake. Next round, inhale, make sure the tailbone is tucked. Palms to the sky. Exhale and tuck the tailbone coming forward, pause halfway again. Fingertips reaching, hips back, fingers forward, weight on the toes. Feel like someone's trying to pull you over. Inhale, exhale, release, coming down to your full forward fold. Inhale, fingertips flat back. Exhale, planting the palms. Step the left leg back. Keep the right leg straight where it is. Inhale, look up on your fingertips. We're doing our kind of split downward facing dog. Exhale, try and keep the spine as straight as possible. Arms fully engaged, legs engaged, dropping the head. Inhale, head up, look up. Onto the toes, front knee bent. Sweep your right leg back and up, head coming down low. Keep the hips square. You can bend your knee here and re-lift again. See if you can go a little further, but keep those hips in line. And gently bringing the foot down next to the left. Come forward to your high plank and your low plank. Sweeping through to your upward facing dog. And taking it back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg up, bending the knee, and then straightening. Keep the hips square, keep the head low, keep the arms strong. Planting the foot down, taking another high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Walk your right hand towards the center of your mat. Make sure it is under your shoulder. Just coming onto your side for a side plank. You can drop the right leg. Or you can have the feet one in front of the other, or you can stack them. Wherever you are, lift the hips and lift the top arm. And hold. Exhale, bringing the left hand down. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You should feel every time you're coming back to your downward facing dog that your head is getting closer and closer to the mat. Look up, take your left hand towards the center, put it under your shoulder. You can take the bottom leg down and then just raise up for a nice side plank variation. One foot in front of the other, or feet stacked. Hips high, lifting, looking up. Exhale, bring the hand down. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, taking your gaze to the top of your mat. And just walk, step or jump your feet between your palms. Inhale, flat back, looking ahead. Exhale, full forward fold. And inhale, rounding up, tucking the tailbone, lifting the arms, taking the gaze up, palms to the heart, and releasing to the side. Okay, so we're going to just start coming towards our cool down section. We've still got a few little areas that we're going to work on as we go. So, standing, you can be at the top of your mat, having your feet together. Bring your palms to your heart, your thumb on your sternum. Start to bend the knees, pushing the hips towards the back. Keeping the spine straight, even if it's coming forward a little. Raise up onto your toes and just come to hovering above your feet. So you're working your legs, you're working your core. Holding here. Okay, and gently release down. You can use your hands to support you during this at any time. If you have a block, you may wish to use one. So bringing the feet to flat, you can just sit on your block, raising the right leg up. You can hold the foot, or you can leave it loose. And then just using your core, bringing yourself up, driving the heel forwards, arms either side. You can point the toe, you can play, you can grab your foot and bring it a little higher. And as I say, you can just do this sat on the block, giving your leg a little stretch. Choice is yours. And releasing down, bending the knee, hugging it to the chest. Preparing to take the left leg, so sitting tall. Bring the left leg forward. You can grab the foot or hands either side, shifting the weight forward, reaching, chest driving through. You can take the foot and play. And releasing down, bending the knee, giving it a little hug. Removing your block. Come up onto your heels again, lift your bottom off your heels, hovering, working your legs just a little harder. And releasing down, release your bottom to the mat, bringing your legs out in front of you, and rounding your spine, gently coming to lie down. Raising your right leg up, keep your left leg engaged, toes pulling towards you, leg flat. Take your hands to your right leg. You can grab the calf, you can grab the ankle, you can grab the foot. You can also use a strap or a towel. Inhale. Lift the head, taking it towards the leg and the leg towards the head. Keeping that left leg grounded and engaged with the toes pulling towards you. Exhale, release the head down. Taking your right foot, you can grab the big toe with your peace fingers, take your left hand to your left hip, and just start to bring your right leg out to the side. You need to keep the left hip grounded. The moment you feel the left hip coming up, bring the right leg back. You can keep your gaze straight ahead or just take it over the left shoulder. Inhale, bring the right leg back to center. Grabbing the foot again with both hands or the ankle. Inhale, lifting the head up again to the leg. Releasing your head down. Bending your right leg. Bringing the knee into the shoulder. And release. Inhale. Raising the left leg up, keep the right leg engaged, toes pulling towards you. Reach for your left leg, or remember, use a strap or a towel. Inhale, lifting the head, bringing it towards your leg, and your leg towards your head. Releasing your head down, taking the left big toe with your peace fingers. I think I might be too close to the wall. Place your right hand on your right hip. Begin to open the left leg out. Keep the right hip grounded. The moment you feel the right hip moving up, bring the left leg back towards center. You can take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Grabbing the foot or leg again with both hands. Inhale, raising your head up to the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, bringing that knee into the left shoulder, pushing that left shoulder down into the mat. Exhale, releasing it down. And just taking a moment here, feeling the difference in your hips now, your legs, breathing. We're going to take a gentle twist. Take your arms out to the sides. You can have palms down or palms up. Whatever you feel comfortable with today, go with that. So, picking both legs up, bending the knees. Gently take them towards your right arm. Taking your gaze across to your left hand. Keeping your shoulders grounded on the mat. Inhale, coming back to center, head back to center, legs back to center. Exhale, legs to the left, head to the right. Inhale, bring your legs back to center, give them a little hug, rock up and down, side to side. Taking your forehead to your knees, giving yourself a hug. And gently releasing everything down to the mat, coming to your Shavasana, your corpse pose, feet falling away from each other, arms out to the side, palms up. Tucking the chin slightly, bringing the neck into alignment, bringing your eyes to a close. Allowing every muscle in your body to relax. Feeling the tension slip away. Relaxing your fingers, your toes, your arms, your legs. Allowing yourself just to be, just to lie here in this moment, not thinking, just being still, no movement other than your breath. Allow your body this time to begin feeling the benefits of your practice today. It deserves this moment. Slowly begin to move your fingers, your toes, very gently. Move the ankles, flexing the feet, gently taking your head from one side to the other. bending your knees, stacking them on top of one another, and taking your arm, folding it, turning it into a pillow under your head and rolling to one side. Keeping your eyes closed. Just take a moment here. When you're ready, gently bringing yourself to your seated position. You can keep your eyes closed here, sitting straight. Palms together at your heart, your thumb on your sternum. Inhale and exhale. Gently dropping your forehead to your fingertips. Thanking yourself for your time, your focus, and your practice today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the mat.